This story contains violence, patient abuse, and depictions of mental distress and disorders. Some may find these depictions disturbing, including those who, themselves, may have had similar experiences. Proceed with caution.
Gentlemen, I have a proposition. The mind's potential is within our grasp. I merely need to craft the key.
Thanks for meeting me.
Well, what did you want to talk about?
Look, I don't know if I'm just paranoid. I just need to know if you know anything, okay?
Well, I know a little. It seems to me that you might know a little more than I do. I mean, you've been secretly on a drug trial.
But you didn't know?
About that? No.
Well, do you know what's in the medication?
I thought I did. Now I'm not so sure.
Well, what did he tell you it was?
I assumed it was sort of garbled mess of a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and they put something in it like lysergic acid diethylamide, which is LSD.
Well,
hence the hallucinations, but I don't know.
that's what he told me to.
I mean, it might well be that, but I can't imagine that the results that we're getting now and the personality changes, it's odd, but my father seems like he's is closer to a lobotomized at times, an extreme pragmatism.
How long do you think he's been taking it?
well, it's not like I see him that often, but he didn't seem this bad even 3 months ago. Perhaps 2.
Do you think he's been taking it that long?
Maybe, or maybe he's taking a different mixture, or... I mean, who knows what they're trying on each of the different groups.
You only know of one combination, right? The serotonin thing and the LSD, right?
Yes, but there was a new one, or a new mix with this new group.
I don't think I had any side effects. What he gave me to help me quit smoking did help me quit smoking.
Is it even designed to help with something as simple as quitting smoking, though? This is for extreme trauma. It's almost like a memory rewrite, or
Do you think I just thought it would work?
disconnect.
And so it did?
Oh,
Is
well,
that
that's
possible?
the placebo effect. Possible. But then you would have to assume that he'd be giving you the placebos, but I don't see
No.
I don't see him doing that.
I refuse to believe that. I mean, maybe the smoking part. But I was fine with some of the things that we did, and I am not now.
Yes. It seems more like a detachment pill from one's emotions, perhaps emotional response to anything. It's supposed to isolate a traumatic memory, detach you from that, allow you to process through that. Or at least that's what I was spun. It seems more like it's a full detachment. But if you just wanted to lobotomize people, well, we've got lobotomy for that. Why on earth would they need it in pill form?
This last test, where the computer was... What was that?
I'm not sure. I presume there's a little man typing messages. Hank, perhaps?
No. Is there a room that we don't have access to with cameras? Because I checked. I checked all the rooms and all the footage. There was no one at a computer or a terminal or anything.
Well, I don't really understand how all these computers work. Not really my area of expertise, but it must be something like that. Like putting in a VHS and playing messages back.
Yeah. Like a program. But it was almost as if it was real time. Like, how would they know what they were gonna say?
Is that possible?
To what? Real time communicate? I don't think so. I mean, it was showing up on the screen as if it was a conversation.
Yes. Well, I've never heard of anything like that, but I don't know. It's got to be a trick of some kind.
Sure, I'm sure you're right.
Or what else could it be? I'm sure if they had worked on groundbreaking technology like that, then they wouldn't need to, make medication and just sell that to the government.
I don't understand all the pieces.
No. I'm a little confused myself.
Will you help me?
Help you with what, dear?
I think I'm gonna... I don't know, I'm like... I don't know if I should break into his office. I just need an answer as to what we're doing and what happened to me and what's happening here.
Well, I would suggest not breaking into his office. That's just going to get you fired, and then you'll have no answers ever, because you're going to be removed from the process and nobody's going to be allowed to speak to you. And just leave it to me. I'll speak to my father. I'm sure that if I push him for answers, I'll get some, but I'm sure that there's an answer for this. I'm sure there's a reason that we're being kept in the dark. You know this is government funded, which means there's all sorts of red tape, non-disclosure things. I'm sure it's just a safety precaution. You'd find the same at any large company. You needn't become paranoid. There are answers,
Too
and
late for that.
it'll make sense eventually. So, either way, I'm concerned that we're on the wrong side of things ethically. That shall be the difficult part. Answers or not, whether we can live with these decisions. I think maybe we've hurt these people instead of helped them.
It's not too late.
Well,
At least that's what I've been telling myself.
I have a little bit of a longer term plan to,
You do?
well, I think after we see this group out, I shall confront my father. If he's not willing to answer, and most likely even if he is, I shall leave the program. And I think I'm going to break one last rule of ethics, and I'm going to privately contact everybody who was involved and offer them help outside. Don't really have the capital for it, but I think I'll start up a small psychiatric practice, and well, perhaps you could help me with it.
Of course.
It'll be for us just as much as them.
Reed, I couldn't find the patient list. You know
Well,
our group, right?
I have the
You know
files.
Judith? No, you have the files. Have you looked for them? Because I did. Cammy Worthington doesn't exist.
Well,
I can't find her.
There's another doctor, Aurelius.
I can't find him either.
But what do you mean you can't find them? Like they've not been
I hired
here?
a private investigator to find these people.
Yeah, you hired a private investigator.
I did. Yes. I was discreet.
You found nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I'm sure there's an explanation. Let me speak to my father. He has to believe that we're on board and going with the flow.
I know.
Now,
I've been so good. I quit smoking cold turkey because he could smell it. I want him to think I'm taking these new pills and that they're working. But I just have this pit inside my chest. I know something's there. I know I've done something. I've seen something. I just can't remember.
well, I think you're right. There's certainly more to this story, and we've not been shown every corner of the facility. But I can't imagine that my father is involved in anything that would have people going missing. Are any of the patients from a government list, witness protection, things like that? Perhaps they're given pseudonyms when they arrive here, and so when they leave, there's an explanation.
But what about all the background checks that we do? What about Lydia's police records? We had to pull those.
Oh yes, but Lydia didn't go missing.
Or did she? Have you looked for her since?
Oh.
Have you
what do
looked for
mean?
any information on her?
Well, presumably her body was taken to her family.
An obituary? Anything? I haven't seen one.
That doesn't mean there isn't one. We have to remain rational. You get too emotional, confused, paranoid, you'll make mistakes, and then we really will be out of answers because we'll be removed. And I have to get to my father before anything drastic happens.
I hate feeling like this. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You're not. We're just in over our heads.
I have to go.
There's an explanation for this, Nadine. Just give me some time to speak to him. I need to get through to him, but he needs to trust me again.
Thank you.
We'll get through this. I'll help you.
Thank you.
And maybe don't go breaking into offices, and don't look into things too much. We don't know what we're looking into. Just in case you're right.
Okay.
Right.
See you.
Perhaps later this week you should stay at my house. We have a cover to keep up.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow.
That's a tough question. If I could have whatever I want to eat right now, I think I'm gonna go with my mother's lasagna.
Can you tell us more about it? I've never had a lasagna.
Well, apparently the only way I'll get the recipe is after she's dead. So, I can tell you it's got a nice mixture of herbs, and the sauce is thick but not too thick. Noodles, perfectly cooked. I miss it.
Did you love her?
Yeah. I love my mom very much.
Where is she?
She's put her in a home.
I'm sorry, a home?
Invalid care. She wasn't doing too good upstairs, so she needed round the clock care that I couldn't provide.
Did you have other responsibilities? A family of your own, maybe?
Nope. Never happened for me.
You had no other responsibilities, yet you couldn't care for your mother. I don't mean to be insulting, but that's confusing.
You ever seen someone go crazy? It's scary. Really, really scary. Maybe I could have cared for her. But I chose not to. Maybe I couldn't. Maybe I didn't have the right tools to give her what she needed. I don't know. I thought they make these places for a reason, right?
Did she remember you?
On the good days.
That's hard.
Yeah. I haven't seen her in a while. Even before I got in here. It's been a while since I visited.
Do you think she knows that you haven't visited, or?
I don't know. I hope so. Or I mean, I hope not.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she
When she sees me, it usually takes a little bit for her to click.
Mm-hmm.
Try to bring her some cookies or lilacs or something. Maybe smell will jog her memory sometimes.
I've heard that works. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Make
No
her a
guarantees.
lasagna, maybe.
I told you I can't. I could try. I have tried. I could try later. You guys want some lasagna? Let's see if they have the ingredients, but it's not going to be as good as my ma's. Secret's in the gravy, man. As always. I don't know how to make ma's gravy.
I have a recipe that you could try. I wrote it in my journal, if you want to see it.
I'd love to.
Just take it and look at it.
Oh, thank you.
It should open to the page. I have a bookmark.
use time, I see.
Mm-hmm. Not too much. Not
Right.
too much.
I'll have to give this a try.
Mm-hmm. You can too. Lisbeth, I know you cook. If you want to pass it to Lisbeth and see if
I'd love
it's
to.
something you think you could do.
I mean, what else are we gonna do here, right?
Fair.
Yeah, here.
Can I ask you guys a question that has nothing to do with food?
Yeah, just look at it first, and then I want
Alright,
I want Marvin to see it too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been helping me in the kitchen. Taught him to make a Monte Cristo. Gotten pretty good at that.
Yeah,
What is that?
I think I got pretty good at it.
Isn't that a book?
The Count of Monte Cristo is a book, but just a Monte Cristo is a sandwich. Well, it's kind of a shame to call it a sandwich. It's more like heaven and with bread.
Marvin, I think you would absolutely love to see this. It's much more up your alley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
you think you could give it a shot though, Lisbeth?
Oh,
Try
absolutely. Piece of cake. Figuratively
interesting
speaking.
recipe. Maybe I could try it.
Yeah, I think we could maybe we all try it together.
Yeah,
sometime.
collaborate.
Group projects. I mean, I've been saying it the whole time. They leave us together constantly. Why not do something together, right?
Yeah. I think it's more fun and it's useful to have other people in the kitchen to help.
Oh, absolutely. And let's be honest, not all of us will be good at everything, so we can delegate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Certain tasks to certain people, maybe.
Yeah. Some people are better at certain things than others, and some people know
Absolutely.
more about certain things than others.
You know, Marvin is very good at organizing, and Marvin, do you think you could help us with maybe the delegation type things?
Yeah, I could. I'm pretty good at organizing stuff for other people, not myself.
Well, you'll be with us, so we'll help you if you help us. How about that?
That sounds good.
It'll be an excellent plan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was reading a really interesting article before, and just this year, a lot of our country has reinstated the death penalty, and they were talking about final meals and what happens after. I mean, they literally think about how fast things are going to move through your body after you die, because apparently everything comes out at once. It's very messy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
But final meals, nothing. Sorry. I don't want that as my final meal. Not that this is our final meal.
I hope not.
Honestly, I'd love to
What
have
would you guys have?
hot buttered toast with
Hot
good
buttered
homemade
toast.
preserves. Real butter.
I would have meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
I've never had meatloaf.
I mean, potatoes are a perfect food. They're very wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And kosher, if anyone's concerned about those things.
Is that?
Okay.
Okay.
If what you say is true, who is this?
Nadine, turn the cameras off for me. I think she's okay. I I think she's okay to talk to about things. I think she kind of has an idea of what's going on. I'm not sure how much she knows, but she wants us to get out, I think, because I asked her if she could turn off the cameras so we could have a moment to talk, and she agreed to do it, and she did it. The cameras are off right now. So everything you read in the journal is true. I have the card. I have the key card. I don't know what that gives me access to, where that gives me access to it in the whole place. I'm not sure. I also don't know how much time we have, so please keep watching the cameras.
Are you saying we can't leave?
No, we're leaving. We have to leave.
No. Are you saying we can't leave voluntarily?
No. No, there's no leaving. There's no leaving. There's dying. I think that's it.
That's what I was saying, Charles. There's no getting out of here without getting out ourselves. This confirms it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you because I didn't want them to know. But sorry if I've been weird. I know some of you thought I was being weird. That's why, because I'm not fucking crazy. I'm crazy, but I'm not out of my mind. I'm in my head. And I know what's going on to some extent, and we have to get the fuck out of here. Like, as soon as we can. But also, you guys need to know that Lucas, my friend that I told you about, I think he might still be here, and I don't want to leave without him.
What if Lydia's here? Lydia.
She could be here. I'm not sure. I don't know.
We can't leave. We cannot leave Lydia.
No, we can't.
I won't leave her. Never.
With this card, we could maybe get into offices and look and see if they have any fucking notes written about actually what's going on and where these people are. Where's
Lucas? An
office?
Office? How do you even know what's an office? It's just locked doors. It's so many hallways of locked doors.
We have a card.
What about the hallway, the one with Hank? It has no cameras. Lydia and I made it about 2 feet down it one day before Hank came out and sexually harassed us, as usual. There were 0 cameras. What if there's an office down there? I mean, they wouldn't need cameras for staff, right?
I'm not sure.
Right?
Here's the thing,
but if
too. I think the cameras might not really be fucking off right now. I asked Nadine, and she teared up and agreed, and she also told me that your friend, the person whose room
Lydia.
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 She also told me that she is dead. She did overdose, I guess, but
No.
Again,
No, that's ridiculous. She wouldn't overdose. I don't believe that.
That's what Nadine said, but I don't know what we can trust.
I've never seen a soul more full of hope in my life to get out of here and go somewhere else.
Okay, wait, listen to me.
She was murdered.
If that's the case, then there will have to be some record of it. There will have to be some record, at least for them to know what's been going on and the history of different patients and things. They have to have that written down somewhere and information.
Why does any of that matter?
I just want... I need to know what happened to Lucas. I have to know. I can't leave.
Who is Lucas?
He was in my group.
Not to sound like too much like Marvin here, but why should we believe you?
You don't have to. Here's the thing. I fucked up bad. Really bad. And I don't have anything left to go back to if I get out. So, if you don't believe me, that's fine. But I can stay here. And that's fine. But I want you all to go and get out because people have to know what's going on here, and you have to tell someone everything. And if you don't want me to go in, that's fine. I'll stay. That's fine. That's fine. I understand if you don't trust me. I wouldn't trust me either.
What if instead of escaping, we took it down somehow so it just couldn't happen again?
That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't care if I get out. I want people to know. I want you to go tell everyone you can. That's why I want to get into offices and get files. And I want to get as much concrete information as we can so you can take it out. Because here's the thing. They're not going to believe us because we're crazy. And they're not going to believe that a bunch of fucking crazy people that escaped a goddamn loony bin have any fucking idea what they're talking about. So we have to have evidence, we have to have files, we have to have it on paper, concrete. That's what I'm saying.
Do we even know where we can get that?
I don't know, but the card, I can get into places with it that I shouldn't be able to, that they don't want us to get into.
Let's go.
And here's the thing too. You have to go along with everything. They can't know. They cannot know that you know what I'm telling you. So if we have a test or therapy or a one-on-one or during group, you have to make it like you don't know anything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
sorry.
No, you're not. You're not alone now. You got us. You know.
I know. I just.
You've been here longer than we can. I can't even imagine what that's been like. But
there was that door, Marvin. Remember that door?
Yeah.
That's what that's for. That
it probably works.
Plastic thing, I bet.
Yeah. No, that's a key card. It interacts with the pad, and that'll open the door.
Who the hell is Dr. Aurelius? And why do you have his card?
Yeah, I figured you might ask that. So Lucas, we were in group one day, and we heard them, another member of group screaming. They took her somewhere and she was screaming, and Lucas wanted the doctor to open the door so he could go out and make sure everything was okay, and the doctor wouldn't open the door. And Lucas just fucking snapped. He just snapped, and I don't blame him. He attacked him, and he took his card, and then they had already taken, they took her, but he gave me the doctor's card, and we left, and we were running, we were gonna get out together, and then I could hear they were coming, they were running, they knew what we were doing, and they knew something was wrong. And Lucas stopped running, and he said, "You have to go. I'll stay here and make sure they don't find you." And I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if they killed him. I don't know if they took him somewhere. I don't know what happened. But I ran. I ran, and I didn't know if I wanted to go back to get him or keep going, and I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't want to leave him.
We'll see if we can find him when we go.
Why would he stay?
But
He wanted me to get out.
But what was the purpose of him staying that helped you get out?
They were coming. They were running, trying to get us both, and he stopped. And he said he would hold them off. He was big, he was strong, he was intimidating. And he knew that I couldn't physically fight back or defend myself against anyone.
You know that's not your fault, right? He made his choice.
I just want to save him or help him or at least know if something happened, if he's not here anymore, if he's not alive. I need to know.
I don't want to make you further upset, but the chances are that he's still alive are not good.
I know.
So just
Marvin, can I talk to you over in the corner just for a second?
yeah. You're
nothing about this seems suspicious to you.
No,
It seems like
definitely
something
does,
they would
but-
do. They ply us with fear. They make us angry. Now they give us hope.
What's the alternative? We don't try. What if it's real, Charles? It might be the only chance we get to get the fuck out of here. And if it is a test, then we're doing what they want.
Right. Thanks. That's why
Believe me, I share the same concern with. If it's real, and it's even a chance, we gotta take it.
Thanks, pal. Sorry, sometimes talking to Marvin alone helps me clear my thoughts, and I'm with you. I'm whatever you guys decide. If you want to try and get out of here, collect documents. There's reel-to-reels movies in that the cinema storage place. We can get those. We can get just like the celluloid, pull it off and take, whatever for evidence. That's the only thing I've really seen in the place, though.
Sorry. I
Okay.
think I think maybe Nadine is kind of on our side. I don't want to. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and this could just be. She could have just. This could be a fucking test. I don't know. But I'd rather try to get out than just
Why?
sit here.
You said you did something horrible, and I can't stop wondering why you want to get out. To what?
So I can tell. Oh, blow this open because I took a life. And if I can save some, or if Lucas is dead and Lydia's dead, then at least I can make sure they didn't die in vain. I don't know. It's probably fucking stupid.
What if we just burned it to the ground instead? All the evidence, people, bodies,
If we,
everything gone.
if I want to make sure that God, I want to make sure that Lucas is dead, I guess, and that I don't want them to be, I don't want them to be just locked in some padded room somewhere that we don't know about, and then we fucking light it up and they burn.
Do you think they could live a normal life outside of here after
I don't know.
Anything.
I don't know.
Hold on a second. You're talking about burning people alive?
Alive. Do you feel alive, Marvin?
That doesn't mean I want to burn people.
Think of it more like a cleansing.
No, that's some bullshit religious talk. I don't care about cleansing and holy fire. I care about people and their suffering.
Nothing ends suffering swifter than death, Marvin.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
I think she had what clerical
Nothing's
people would
wrong
call
with
a
me.
crisis of faith.
I'm thinking very clearly.
I'm not burning people.
I don't know.
I'll do it.
I think it's far-fetched. I know that it's not very likely that we'll have some fucking hero's story and that we'll get out and we'll write a fucking book about it or something. I don't think that's gonna happen. I know that that's not very likely. I get it. But I'd rather try to get to have these people fucking pay. And I don't want them to fucking burn and get out of it. I want them to suffer. I want them to stay alive and have to pay for it.
Okay.
Death is
We
easy.
don't have that much time, right? So let's think of something. They're gonna test us again soon, I would think, right? Because it hasn't happened in a while. And
Yeah, just
usually after a test,
fine.
then we have some time, right? So maybe we do the test and try to dissuade any suspicion, right? Everything's normal, and then after the test, that's when we move. We meet back in a place when they're usually not, grabbing us, and then we move. It makes the most sense to me because usually there's a lot of downtime, and even sometimes the staff, they seem like they're not around.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got. We can make it a distraction, an emergency. All of that.
I'll do it.
All that celluloid. That shit goes up faster than Tinder. If we start a fire in there, that's going to be a hell of a distraction.
I'm okay with starting a fire somewhere as a distraction. I'm not okay with burning people. So
No, I'm
if
not
it's a
talking
place where
about
they can, if it distracts them and they have to deal with it, good. But I'm not on board with lighting other patients on fire.
Don't worry, Marvin. I'll do it for you.
Fuck.
I don't know how long we have.
I just want
Oh.
Macaroni salad sounds foul. I thought a salad had vegetables in it.
That is a good point. I don't know why we've assigned the word salad to so many things.
It's a really weird word, isn't it? It's very versatile. Is
Makes you
soup
think
just
it's
a wet
healthy.
salad?
Even though it's not.
I've kind of lost interest for food over the weeks I've found. Maybe that's drugs. Dampening passion.
We also haven't had any good food.
Well, we've had a few good meals, but it's all that guy.
Yeah.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. Take a seat.
Okay.
You know, when this project first started, our first shipment of coffee that we got was awful. But even now, we still have that coffee. And every morning, I pour myself a nice mug. See, that's remained consistent. So, if I were to drink this coffee, and it wasn't the same coffee that we started with at the beginning of this project, I would notice an inconsistency. That would stand out to me. So, Nadine, is there anything you'd like to tell me?
I can look at different coffee options.
It's not about the coffee. It's about consistency. Did you really think I wouldn't notice? Perhaps it's my fault. I haven't been very transparent. You're probably wondering what it's all about. If we're still trying to achieve the same goal I originally set out to do. Nadine, maybe it's time I show you.
Show me.
Would you like that?
Yeah. Honestly, I've been driving myself crazy last couple of weeks. Yeah.
You can talk to me. You know that if you have any questions, I'm here. You don't have to be secretive about it.
Well, frankly, I do have questions. Where are the other patients? What happened to Lydia? Did we send her body home to her family? What's the government piece of this project? What was that computer? It looked like it was speaking in real time, and as far as I know, that's not possible. No one was there. It would have to be a program that was running on the computer, but it was answering questions that they had presently. So how did you know that they were going to ask those questions?
Oh, that? It's a little government project. Something that we've recently picked up. I could show you how it works if you want.
Yeah. I'd like that a lot, actually. Sorry if I seemed inconsistent. I'm very devoted to this project, as you know.
I know you are. It just seemed a little odd to me. Cameras suddenly cutting. You're running off with my son. Are you two seeing each other?
3 months now.
Well, looks like we've all been keeping secrets. Well, I can go ahead and show you now, but before we go, I'll need your glasses.
Oh, sure.
There is one hallway that we haven't been to. I'll take you there.
Okay. Lead the way.
Right this
After
way.
you.
I think this is the next step forward. I mean, it's a no-brainer. We don't have the kind of funds to conduct the sort of research that we really need to be doing. We need to reach out to the government for funding.
Are you sure we can't do it ourselves?
I'm positive. We have such great results right now, but we don't have human subjects to test on. We won't be able to really fully realize what we're working on here unless we get human test subjects, and that won't happen without funding and backing, and the government is the best source for that. Come on. We've worked really hard on this.
They'll want something in return, surely.
They'll probably want some data in return, maybe a side project here or there, but we won't lose sight on what we're trying to do. But the way things are continuing, we're going to hit a wall unless we get additional funding.
Well, if you're sure.
I'm positive. Look, we've come really far, and I don't want to see this project die. This is the next step forward. This is when it gets serious. I know when we signed onto this task, it was for her. But it can be for more than just people like her. It can be more. It has such great potential. I think you understand that. If we take it to the government,
You're right.
it can be more than we could possibly imagine.
You're right. Yes. Yes, we do need the backing.
Glad you understand.
But good luck.
I'll write something up. I'll see if I can't get them convinced. This area of research is highly sought after, especially now. So I think we have a good chance, especially with our data. We go. Just adjust that. Is that too tight?
No, it's fine.
Good.
Are you counting on me, struggling?
Just precautions. Never be too careful. Standard operating procedures. There isn't anything to worry about. This is the last experiment.
Did you say the last?
Yes.
Are we being released after this?
Depending upon the results.
Okay.
You feel free to ask any question. I understand that there has been a little uncertainty among the group. If there's anything that's bothering you, be more than happy to answer your question.
What was there another group before us?
Yes.
What happened to them?
They went through all the experiments except for this one. And that was a mistake that we will not repeat.
Are we free to go if we want to?
Of course. Just after this experiment. Is there any particular reason?
Peace of mind.
You've always had that option. But I would strongly recommend you stay. We're almost done.
What is the object of this facility?
It's funny you should ask. We had a goal in mind when this project started. It was to explore the mind, a way to help us better control it. You see, the mind is a fascinating frontier. We don't know much about it. We know more about space, really, than we know about our own mind. It began that way. Try to harness it, to see what was possible, and, well, after a while, we began to realize its true capability, its astonishing potential, and now we are working towards something greater than we originally set out to do.
I'm not here to get well, am I?
You are. What we're doing here will help you.
What's that? What's in the
Operating
syringe?
procedure. You might feel a slight sensation. There we go.
Okay. So what is in the IV bag? Is that the sedative? Is that what we've been taking?
It's a part of the process. You might begin to feel something.
Who was I talking to? The green letters. Who was I talking to? On the screen. It was like I was talking to a child.
Well, you're sort of correct. You see, it's not per se a child, maybe childlike mind. It is the project we're working on now. It's become our main focus. To ask who you're talking to, well, it's not a singularity.
What do you mean?
It's complicated, but let's just say it's not one, but many.
Am I close to outside? Like,
You were
is this room? If this room had a window, could I see outside? I hear rain.
perfectly natural. It's all a part of the process.
Is it raining? There's that sound again. Do you hear this, or is this part of what you gave me in that syringe and IV? Are you hearing things, Doctor? not there. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. It's not there. It's not there.
Charles. Charles. Why, Charles? Why?
They didn't know what to do.
Why couldn't you save me?
I wanted to. I promise. I wanted to. Why do you haunt me? Why do you haunt me?
I was scared, Charles, and you left me.
Everywhere I look, you're always there. Just leave me alone.
Why, Charles? Why?
I wasn't strong enough. I thought I did all I could. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I forgive you, Charles.
Don't deserve it.
I forgive you.
I don't deserve it. I don't deserve forgiveness. I don't deserve to be better.
I forgive you, Charles.
Okay. Okay. I'm back. I'm here.
Welcome back. What did you see?
I saw what I always see. Little girl. Seatbelt. Across her lap. Across her shoulder in the back of my van that I had for work. Her family. Mangled mass of limbs and fire. She just stared at me. The look she had. Have you ever read that book, Watership Down, about the bunnies?
I can't say that I have.
There's a word they use called tharn, I think it was. It means you're scared to the point of being catatonic, I think. That was what she was. She was Tharn. I tried to tell her help's on the way. Tried to tell her that everything would be all right, her family would be okay. But she just stared at me.
Well,
I think
have just one more.
I think she knows.
I think you're ready.
I think she knows that I did all I could, and that it wasn't anyone's fault.
I'm glad you found that closure.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much.
I think we're ready to proceed.
I wonder if the test is patience. Would be fun to watch it burn, though.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
Excellent. How are you?
Doing well. We have just this quick experiment that we'll be running. This will be the last one.
The last?
Yes.
So soon.
Well, it was a very long project. But time does fly. I'll have to strap
So it
you
must have
down.
been a success then.
Well, that is to be determined. I'll have to strap you in for precautions.
Strap me in.
Yes. It's just a simple operating procedure. Nothing to be worried about.
Does that mean you're afraid of me?
No. Just standard operating procedure. So, before we proceed, are there any questions you wanted to ask me? I know that your group has been very uneasy, and I'd like to alleviate any concerns.
Questions?
Yes. Anything that's been on your mind, I'm here to help.
How do I know you'll be honest?
Why wouldn't I?
I have nothing to lose, that's right. I suppose you're correct. Why kill Lydia? She didn't do
kill
anything
Lydia.
wrong.
Lydia made that decision herself, and it is unfortunate.
Interesting, in a hospital, you all the medical equipment, you couldn't save a little girl.
Believe me, if we could, we would have. but we were too late.
Believe me is an interesting requirement, isn't it? Being strapped to a table. I guess my only other burning question is, who signed me up for this? I still can't remember filling out any application for anything.
Well, that's because you didn't.
Wouldn't I have to for a volunteer program?
Certain cases, but this was different. I believe, if I am correct, it was your parents who signed you up.
My parents?
Yes.
Interesting. Thoughtful of them, isn't it?
No, they had your best interest in mind, and now you are here.
Best interest. I have to be honest, I did not think he'd still be alive.
Well, this is a simple experiment that we'll be running.
Like all the other simple experiments?
Well, we'll see. Sometimes the most simple things get overly complicated. But let's just hope this goes smoothly.
This must be a good one if you need to go in that way, right?
You'll begin to feel something shortly.
Good. This place doesn't exactly avow many feelings.
Well, this will certainly elicit some.
That's pretty.
Do you see something?
Yes. Is that it?
Give it time.
I have to say, for a nice facility, it's rather drab.
Are you finished with your chores, Beth? Beth? You're not planning on lying to me again, are you? We remember what happens to liars, don't we, Beth?
I'd never lie to you, Mama.
What have you done to your shirt? You are filthy. You disgust me. You ungrateful, slovenly little brat. Were you playing
You're not
around in
here.
the pigsty again? No,
You're not-
don't you even think of crying. We both know little pigs can't cry. Why would you do this to me?
You're not here.
What will Pastor Richards think when I walk into church with a filthy,
You're not
sinful little
here.
pig like you?
You're not here.
Do you want to disappoint your pastor, pig?
You're not here.
No? Oh, so you just want to disappoint me then? Is that it? I said no crying.
You're not here because I fucking killed you. God. Is that what you heard, Mama? I couldn't really hear it, but I could feel it.
Now, why don't you think about what you've done, you horrible little wretch? You can come out when you've made your penance.
All the time. Every day. Every minute. I don't like sleeping because then I can't think of you burning. For everything you did. To me. And Dad. And all of my brothers and sisters who just went away. And you just kept me in the basement. But I learned. And now you just burn forever. Everything you loved. Your stupid fucking Bible. It's gone now. Every material possession you claimed was more important than me. It's gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. The only thing left is me. It's just me now. The only thing you wanted out. It's just me. And I know how to make people burn now. I can make them pay. And you taught me.
Welcome back.
Back?
What did you see?
A lot of things.
Care to
I
go into
got to
detail?
relive my most happy moments. It was peaceful. And warm. And there was light. Really miss light. It was good. Guess it's over now, though, right?
Almost. We're nearly there.
Is this a drug to just relive memories, or?
It's to prepare you for what's next.
I thought this was the final test.
This was the final experiment. But now, we move on.
Okay.
You'll understand.
Another shot.
This one is very different than the last. Don't worry.
I'm not.
Good. You should feel very excited for what you're a part of.
Excited.
Yes. You're a part of something that will change the world.
I like change.
Then you signed up for the right program.
Is this the test? Nothing?
Hello, Jude.
Hello.
Well, I did promise I would stop with our long-running joke.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
Of course. This is no joking matter anymore. This is the last experiment.
And then we go home.
Almost. Before we begin, I will be strapping you in. Just precautionary measures, standard operating procedure.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling today?
I'm good. Excited to finish?
You don't have to lie to me. I understand that there is some uncertainty among the group, and I am here to assure you that if you have any questions, any burning questions, I can answer them for you. I want to be as transparent as I can.
Where's Lucas? Huh?
I wish I could tell you.
You don't know?
I can't tell you.
Oh, but you want to be as transparent, but you can't.
Certain things.
Can we just fucking start? Can we fucking start the test, please?
There's no need for the attitude. This is an exciting experiment. It marks the beginning of something much greater. But we'll proceed. You will feel something when this is administered. Should take a little to settle in. Do you see anything?
The ceiling. I see the light. The room that we're in. Oh, the lights are changing color.
That's normal.
How long will this take?
Not very long.
I'm gonna survive this, right? Everyone. right?
Of course you are. There's no need to be afraid.
By the sea, by the beautiful sea, you and I, oh how happy we'll be.
Do you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
When each wave comes a-rolling in, we will duck or swim, and we'll float and fool around the water, over and under, and then up for air. Mar is rich, so now what do we care?
You don't hear it?
I love to be beside your side,
No.
beside the seaside, by the beautiful sea.
What do you hear?
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see him. Oh, you and I, how happy we'll be. From here.
Stay strong. Doing just fine.
Oh, how happy we'll be. Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. Amy. It's okay. It's okay, Amy. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Oh, you're okay. Oh, you're okay now. You're okay, baby. In and out like the sea, just like the tide. Go. You can go out. Oh.
Welcome back. What did you see?
He just faded. Just left like the tide.
You did very well.
It's cold in here. Cold now.
I see you're fully back. Well, I believe you are now ready.
For what?
For the next part, of course. The next step.
Oh, I'm ready.
That's excellent to hear. This, I can assure you, is much different. We are.
What is this one?
Just a little something to calm you down. Should be very excited.
Can't wait.
You'll be a part of something that will change the world as we know it.
Yes.
This doesn't feel much like a test. Hello? Last time I was here wasn't fun.
Apologies for the delay. It's been a very busy day today.
I'm sure it has. What are we doing here?
Oh, this is the last experiment.
The last experiment.
Yes.
So you're
Last
killing
one.
me.
What gave you that impression?
I'm on a table, alone, isolated. You said it's the last experiment. Lydia's dead. Why not kill me? I didn't qualify.
Marvin, we're not going to kill you. Get that idea out of your head. We're here to help you.
So that's why you're strapping me down and...
This is just standard operating procedure. Don't.
Standard? What? Can we cut the bullshit for 1 second? If you're gonna kill me, at least tell me something.
What would you like to know?
What is this? Government run, obviously. What's the goal? You have a computer involved, it's machine learning, it's an AI of some sort.
You catch on very quickly.
I'm not stupid.
That's evident. You're right. It is an AI. But it's a different kind of AI.
It learns pretty quick.
As do we. You see, we're magnificent creatures, Marvin. Our capacity to learn, the potential locked within our own minds, is astonishing. The brain is one of the most complicated organs. We still don't fully understand it, but if we did, the possibilities are endless. Now, imagine, Marvin, all the capabilities the human brain has at our disposal to store information, to calculate, compute, to send infinite amounts of information from one point to another, to see things that weren't possible, to even see things that haven't happened yet.
Yeah, well, computers get smarter. Technology in general gets... You're talking about exponential growth. I mean, but for what you have, it's too advanced for... You must be taking shortcuts. How? I don't know.
There are limitations to what we're doing, but we're circumventing them through this project. We hope that it will be effective in clearing up these limitations.
And it doesn't matter who dies along the way.
No one's dying.
Lydia died.
That was unfortunate, but we did not do that. This is all for progress, Marvin. We're trying to make the world a better place. We're trying to help. This is how we do it.
Yeah, I'm sure you believe that.
So, this experiment will be brief. You'll experience some things. By the end of it, you'll be ready.
When does it start?
It can begin now. Are you ready?
I guess.
You know, I guess you would call it a shortcut. But the answer was right in front of us the entire time. Why build a machine and be restricted to using only the machine to think when nature has already provided us the most powerful processor we could ever possibly imagine?
What did you do?
Integrating people and technology to create something new, something revolutionary.
How's that even possible?
It's possible because of experiments
So many
just
colors.
like this.
What is... You seeing the color?
Marvin, emotions are the only limitation, but it won't be an issue once we're done.
What?
We'll try our best to remove that.
And
We
then
can
people
remove it
just...
from you.
Can you actually help me be normal?
We can.
Marvin.
What? Who said that?
Do you really want to get out of here?
What a joke. Marvin.
You are unsavable.
Marvin. You really thought you could change?
Yeah. I thought so.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
You're worthless.
You're a disgusting pig.
I can get better.
You're never going to be normal, Marvin.
No, we
Nobody
talked
could
about
ever
it.
love you.
He really thought anyone would want to help you?
I thought with your guys' help, I could... Please stop. Oh, God. What's happening? Why are they so mean? I swear I could get better.
Hey, Marvin, I just really want to ask you, why are you such a sniveling little baby? Oh my God, seriously.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
How pathetic you are.
How many times are you going
Who the fuck do you think you are, Marvin? You think you're special? Do you really think you're special?
You knew I was
Do you
lying.
think you're actually going to change? You think getting better is staying in the cupboard for you, Marvin?
Stop with your grief.
Really, Marvin? Really? That's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. I thought you were better than that, Marvin.
To save you,
But I thought wrong.
instead of getting up.
I thought wrong. Fuck you, Marvin. Be realistic, Marvin. Be realistic. Stop living in this fantasy world in your head. You're fucked up. You're always going to be fucked up. You're never going to not be fucked up, Marvin. You're fucked. You are meant to be.
You're gonna die in this place, Marvin. You're gonna die here. I know. I want to get out, but I can't. How? That's why they fired you. Remember? Fails to work with colleagues and effectively communicate. Remember that? Well, but there's always somewhere else. There's another step, right? I mean, there has to be something. I can get better. I can. How can you get better? No one wants to be your friend. You heard the voices. Charles is in on it. He's not your friend. I thought he could be. I thought I could get better. Then do it, pussy. What do you mean? They've broken you down. Now build yourself up. And get the fuck out of here. How? How? You can do it, Marvin. Just try. Okay. I will. I can be better. I can do it. Oh, God.
Welcome back.
Fuck.
What did you see?
Everything was spinning and it went dark. They were all there in my head, telling me I was worthless and I couldn't. I don't know what just happened, but think I can be okay.
I'm happy to hear that.
So, what? What now? We done, or is it gonna happen again? Because if it is... fuck.
We're done with this experiment, and now it's time to move on. You've done very well. And I think you're ready. Don't worry. This will be a distant memory.
What do you mean it'll be distant?
You're not going to remember any of this, Marvin.
No, I want to remember. I want... Oh.
How we doing?
I remember everything.
I'm hoping it's going right this time.
I wish I could forget it. Can somebody get me those meds?
Amazing
You know,
performances,
my roommate
everyone.
taught me how to hit. I could like, maybe some amnesia going on.
Oh, it was so good. I was floored by everyone's performance, brought to tears by a couple.
What do you want for dinner tonight, babe? I'm cooking, or I'll get you takeout ice cream.
I think it's a takeout night of ice cream.
Anything you want.
Ice cream.
Anything you want.
It's a takeout night.
I'm not scared. You're scared.
With Nana's gravy.
Oh my goodness. Thank you everybody for watching the Cerebrum Project. Let's do some shout outs. Who do I normally start with? My brain is oozing out my ears.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Zeke, you're up.
I'll go.
Thank you.
I'll volunteer since I was the first to go. I've had a little bit of
we'll
time.
go in order.
Except
yeah.
for
oh yeah.
Except Max. Jesus Christ. Like I was sitting there like I'm fine.
Yep.
Snot, tears and all that just like bursting out of my face.
There was a moment
anyway.
when I wish somebody had taken a screenshot because I looked over and Bree, me, and you, Zeke, we were all like this to his performance. So yeah, it was
Everyone did so fucking good.
Everyone did so fucking good.
Today was
I enjoyed every
intense.
minute
I
of
had
it.
to take a 5 second like boom boom and just break down and then get back into character. It was good. It was,
Yeah, does it like shout outs and I get it, but like doesn't it seems so cheap.
It does.
Something like that.
It
Yeah.
does.
It's like
It seems
man,
so
I just
weird.
poured my heart out.
Let's just
Hey,
spend-
follow
let's
me
just-
on Twitter.
Let's just exactly. Let's just spend 10 minutes and talk. That's all we gotta do.
yeah. Let's
Yeah,
need
I would much rather that than
Shout-
shout outs. I would much
Yeah.
rather just take a minute to talk.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
Follow us
Our-
all.
our
The
stuff will
names.
be
See
in
the
the
names
chat.
here? The names are all here.
The names are
Yeah.
there.
Go for it.
You'll figure it out. You're a smart person.
I only do this for the shout out, guys.
Okay.
Well, then you can go first every day, Brad, and then fuck off for the rest of it.
Twitch.tv, Brad Wodo!
Brad.
Fat stacks of cash.
Twitter everything. This is a song.
So is that okay, a couple of things. If we're just gonna chat then, there are a couple of things I wanna say. That looked like it was a post-produced episode. It looked
Very much so.
Yeah, not only did it look scripted, but like the music and everything, you guys had no idea what was coming. And you nailed it. So good.
Yep.
I'm so proud of that. Holy shit.
Yeah, listen, the only thing we got was we get a rough sketch of like the time periods of what's going to happen today, and all those tests were just called normalization.
Yeah.
Yes.
No hints or as to clues or as to what's going to happen. It just that's all it said was like normalization Zeke, and then CK. It just had our like what order you're in, but we had no idea what the fuck you're gonna throw at us.
I think there's a little subtitle, I think, that I don't know if it was in the one that was sent to you guys.
It is,
but okay, that says like broken promises, baptism of fire, by the sea, and unfixable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had go to the pub with Nadine.
How are you doing? Okay, Brad. This was a hard episode for you. You had
so hard.
Drink a pint.
Yeah.
If we ever do another immersion,
almost the entire thing.
Oh,
So
Nice.
yeah. If there's ever a
I
show
don't
like
drink
this,
alcohol, so that is piss.
It's the only way Brad would be on the show. It's like, how intense is this gonna be? Can I just drink a beer? Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
You need to stop playing My Summer Car, Brad.
Yeah, I really do. Really getting to me.
Yeah.
It's more traumatic than this show somehow. That game.
You did light your house on fire, kind of like
Oh.
Real
CK
life.
there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I want to say like I feel like I fucking squandered the time I had with Dr. Lindorm before, because there's so many questions that I wanted to get answered.
that's why
But
I piped up when we went to that scene. Like,
No, Pax. The reason why I didn't is because character. Like you have to stay in character. Zeke wants to know everything. Like I'm like, what the fuck is this AI? How's this working? Like what is going on? And shit like that. But Charles would be a little bit more concerned about different things. Like that would be a curiosity for sure. But like, you got to stay focused on what the character wants, kind of. And it's just like, wait, no, don't put me under yet. I'm not gonna go.
He's so scary as well. Every time he was speaking to you guys, it's just like, well, the last couple of times we've seen him, it's just so chilling with that.
Yeah.
The way that you just have like a soulless voice, you're just like an empty void. Like part of me, I'm pretty sure this isn't it. I don't know anything, by the way, chat. But part of me just wants to burst in there next week and have a conversation with him, and then his eyes go red like the cameras, and the machine is in him.
He's the machine.
Terminator.
Skynet or something.
But then again, but what does that make Dr. Lindorm Jr.?
Oh,
I'm like one of those Cylon babies at the end of Battlestar.
cute.
sex from
Yeah.
The only reason even Marvin asked so much and was just so forward with he thought he was gonna die. Like it makes perfect sense that Marvin is getting executed.
Yeah.
So he was just like, well, I'll ask whatever because it doesn't matter anyways.
But you know what? Okay,
man.
One thing I think deserves kudos to the cast in particular is the way we handled our own events and how different it was.
Yes.
It wasn't just everybody freaking out and crying and yada yada. I mean, that's what I did. The easiest choice, right? That wasn't everybody. It was like it had levels, which that speaks to the cohesiveness of like what role playing can be like, or improv or whatever can be like. Like you saw someone doing something, I'm gonna do something else to spice it up and keep the levels up and down. Blah blah blah. It's really good. Really, really good.
Like our feelings are not there to be like cast out or conquered. They're there to be like engaged and expressed with imagination and intelligence. And you guys do it fucking outstandingly and tastefully and artistically, and This was a hard producing this one. It was a rough night last night.
Yeah,
the show changed from last night a little bit too, and I am more than ecstatic about how it turned out today. I had butterflies in my stomach.
Pax on the production because this shit is not
Production
easy,
nailed
and
it.
He definitely puts his whole fucking soul into it.
For those who don't know, PB's also production too. Like she literally, she's in there. Yeah.
I mean,
I wasn't in
but
this
really
one.
it's Pax.
I
not
did yours.
We're already used to
Charles.
PB brushing us our compliments, so.
I did your scene and I did Bree's scene, so you can hate me later for the sound design
And make
on
sure.
that.
Oh, big love to.
hold
Oh,
on.
sorry.
So
Big
good.
love to Nicotine, who came in the
Yeah.
last minute, and she even.
Literally the last minute.
And here's the
like
thing
10
about it.
PM last night, we were like, who do we know that can be a horrific mom?
All we wanted was a voice recording, and she added sound effects and stuff like that. And then our sound effects guys, who are real sticklers in the first place, like, damn, she did good. So it was just like, yeah, thank you, Nicotine. She saved the day
Thanks
on
for
that.
emulating my mom.
I wanted to say, I would love if we could change kind of like the feeling or the language or something when, like, because PB, I understand your sentiment and stuff, of course, and I love you, but like the sentiment of like, sorry for making you feel feelings, like that's good. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff about not only role playing, but about being human and being alive.
Yeah.
It's like
Last night.
you feel feelings, and it's wonderful. Anybody who makes me feel feelings, I'm grateful for.
We want to. That was the core of the show when PB and I pitched it to PB originally. Is we want to go dark places and we want to touch subjects that should not be shied from. But then, as the show went, especially last night, we hit the wall of tastefulness, of where we have to make sure, like, if we're going to tell the story, we got to do it one right, and two, tastefully. And it's very important because it's one thing the importance of telling us the story in general, and then the other equations you got to think of, like, would this work on Twitch, live broadcasting? And I'm glad you guys are so fantastic at what you do and keeping it wonderful and tasteful. And I'm so glad that on the production side too, we question every decision we make to make sure that we go places and explore things that very few are comfortable to do, but at the same time know when to reel back and realize when enough is enough.
Yeah.
So I'm
Big
glad we found that.
shout out to all the cast too for recording insults to me.
Oh, they had a that was the quickest turnaround ever, Gassy. I just want you to know that. It was weird. Like usually, like people are like, I'll get to it.
Them. No script, nothing.
Like,
They're just
yeah,
like,
no,
I
it
got
was
this.
like, hey, we want you to give insults to Marvin, and it was like 5 minutes later, boop, we're getting DMs back. We're like, well, that was quick. We didn't even give you direction. And like, no, I got this.
I've been wanting to say some
Marvin.
shit. I'm gonna say it.
As soon as I heard,
Fist gave us a recording, and he didn't even have to give us one.
Hey, everybody was jumping on board. I thought I just...
You're a worthless sack of shit.
I will say,
Nicotine didn't even know about it, and she gave us one. It was weird. It was just like...
she just was like, oh, I'm just going to randomly shit talk. No, so this is crazy because no one gets to see this behind the scenes thing. But when we were brainstorming this last week about this test and what we would do, what came up, Gassy, was actually that you would pre-record you speaking to yourself. And at the last minute, we were like, no, let's just bring it on him live.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
Hopefully that worked. I know there's a little cheese factor there.
Such a good performance.
It was
So good. Holy
It was so good.
It was so good, man. So good, dude.
It was powerful. Like I felt like you
People
were
appreciate the
reaching
raw.
in the back of my head.
People really
It's
appreciate
hard to
the
know
raw
in the
about
moment
it.
if it's working the way you want it to. You know what I mean? Especially when you have to like switch between two different things. There's always like a little awkwardness there. So
Yeah.
hopefully it works.
You committed 100% and we all
Is
felt
this landing? I hope it's landing.
Exactly.
It's only
That's in my mind the whole
it's
time.
only awkward when you don't commit and make it awkward. When
Yes.
you commit, it's
Yes.
never awkward. Never awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always the mindset. Is just
Just rock
Yeah,
it. You know,
that
it's
too.
the
I
pants.
committed
It's the pants
100%.
down thing. Rock
That's
it.
good.
If it happens, rock it.
Yeah.
Also, as soon as I heard Safi's voice, I'm like, when's it switch?
Oh, no.
When's it switch?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna switch. I thought she was there to like pull you out, and
That was kind of
fucked
the
me.
was
I was
idea,
like,
right?
that was the
not
trick, right?
No,
That was
no,
the
not
trick.
Lydia, No.
Yeah.
Yeah, my jaw dropped when that was like, oh, come on.
Gut punch. Fucking. I wasn't even
Bitch, do you remember what
expecting it.
show we're on? We're on Cerebrum. You ain't gonna get rainbow.
I wanted like a little hope there.
Zeke, your scene was right before Marvin's. So it was going to read like, because the girl gave Charles forgiveness at the end. So it was going to seem a little bit more like that. And then we shuffled who was going first around. So yeah, it was.
Peachy nailed that. That was Peachy, right? That did that?
What?
The jargle of voices, that was Peachy that did that?
Oh yeah, Peachy did the jargle of voices for Marvin, and he killed it. He nailed it.
Very easy to freak the fuck out.
Yeah, and when we were making them last night, and this is just in reference to what Zeke said earlier about giving somebody emotions. After I made those things, and I was like, wow, these are really intense. I went, it's like gift giving though. And I really feel that way. If you give your player something like this to work with, then it is a gift in a way, or you're giving them the floor, you're giving them an ability to take their character in a place that they wouldn't normally be able to go without that kind of immersion. So it's
got to be very satisfying too, I'd imagine. Just speaking of somebody, that any sort of production or creative work that you do, if you are able to do something where somebody can interact and like run with it, and it works well, that feels great,
Yeah,
so
like
thank you to
when we did CK's scene too, like we built that out, like how's she gonna react, what is she gonna say, and when she said the line like what did you say, CK? It was like, it doesn't matter because I fucking killed you. I was like,
killed you. You hit me up with a DM immediately. And you
were like, I fucking killed you. And I was like, that's the line I wanted her to say because I know what's coming next.
We heard it and I'm like, all right.
We had Nicotine scream as if she was set on fire. So I was like, yes.
I didn't know any of that.
It was fucking scripted, but it wasn't.
And that was a gamble because I didn't know the cadence of when the voice was going to happen. So I was just kind of playing with the music in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm going to guess there's a point here I can speak. It was just, you guys make it easy though.
If there was ever a show like this again, I want that GM back just so the audience can be, so we can be like, you see?
I know.
You see? Now you hear, now you see.
Improv. I also just miss that kind of support and breathing room. Like I think it works for the show. I have no regrets, but future stuff, I do miss being able to be there to be like, you see this or you do that. But
this was, this has been such a beautiful, unique experience though. Like,
no
regrets.
So I think with that, we should show a trailer for a new show that's coming up.
Right.
And after that, I'll come back after that. We'll come back and say goodbye after.
So here's an upcoming show ran by who?
Well, I don't know. You'll have to find out.
All right.
Santa.
Here it is.
Something has changed. There is a stirring within the mist. Macken, gather your men. We head north tonight.
That's why I will never work with Brad Wodo again.
Yeah.
I agree.
Stand him.
All of those clips for Marvin, that was just Brad. That was just Brad on stream. That wasn't even prompted.
That wasn't even him recording something. That was just him speaking his mind.
That's correct.
Oh, poor Brad.
So, you know where to follow everybody. Twitch, Twitter, all the links are down there below. Yes, please, Table Story. And we'll see you next week for the finale of Cerebrum.
Whew.